If you want to live your dream, in this video, I will share with you the key ingredient to making your dream happen. However way you define faith, to live your dream, you must believe you will be successful. Without faith, you will probably give up on your dream. By faith, I'm not suggesting you must have a certain religion. I mean you must believe that you will succeed somehow, some way. With faith, you will make progress when others may tell you that it doesn't make sense to even try. Civil rights activist Bayard Rustin said, "The proof that one truly believes is in action. Action is the manifestation of one's faith. Talking is safe and easy. Acting requires faith. When others encourage you to quit, and when the obstacles appear insurmountable, with faith, you will keep working to find a way forward. That is why I say faith is the key ingredient to pursuing your dream. A door is an entrance or a blockade. A key opens doors. With faith, you have the key to unlock the barriers and open doors to new opportunities. Going after your dream often does not make logical sense. The odds of your dream happening may be small, but still, you have to believe. Some will tell you that you're wasting your time, your education, your future. But still, you have to believe. You can make a list of reasons why you should not pursue your dream, but faith requires the mind to focus on how to make it happen, not on the reasons it cannot work. Your dream may never come true, but you must always believe you will succeed if you stay in motion, taking action every day. Great things only happen when fueled by great faith. An example of how I used faith to help me pursue a dream was after I graduated from Columbia University. I received a grant from the Ford Foundation to study youth development in the southern African nation of Zimbabwe. At that time, Zimbabwe had been independent for only 4 years, following 20 years of civil war between blacks and whites. I had a going away party before leaving Los Angeles, and I visited relatives in Texas and Louisiana before traveling to Africa. My family was so excited that I was going to Zimbabwe. I felt like a hero. A professor who taught at a college near Columbia University, where I graduated from, promised me he could arrange for me to teach in a school in Zimbabwe, and he would be able to arrange for a place for me to live. The night before I was to leave for Zimbabwe, he told me he was not able to arrange for the job or a place for me to live. I was devastated. I knew no one in Zimbabwe. And after my going away celebration, I thought, how could I return home without traveling to Africa? As I walked across Columbia's New York City campus, I saw a friend and asked me what was wrong. I told her about my predicament. My friend said she had a friend in Zimbabwe and wrote a note to him asking if I could stay at his place for a couple of nights. I was going to Zimbabwe for 9 months. I arrived at the airport in the capital of Zimbabwe, Harare, and went to the address on the card, 204 Rhodes Avenue. I knocked again. No one was home. What was I going to do? I knew nobody in Harare, nobody in Zimbabwe, and nobody in Africa. I went next door to find out if they knew when their neighbors would be returning. Next door, an older white man with a long beard opened the door. I told him that I was from Los Angeles and was supposed to see his neighbors about staying there, but they weren't home. The neighbor introduced himself. He told me he and his family were originally from Hollywood, California. The family welcomed me to stay with them for the next month until their neighbors returned. Who would have ever thought the first person I met in Zimbabwe would be from Hollywood, California? Faith gave me the courage to travel to Zimbabwe with no place to live or employment. In addition to doing research on youth development, my 9-month stay in Zimbabwe ended with me organizing a national tour by the American basketball team, the Harlem Magicians. The team leader was former Harlem Globetrotter and Basketball Hall of Famer Marcus Haynes, who was known as the world's greatest dribbler. We had nearly 10,000 fans the opening night game. This was the largest multiracial social event at that point in Zimbabwe's history following 20 years of civil war. This historic event only came about because of the power of faith and a dream. Faith provides a sense of hope and optimism. When we have faith in something, we believe that things will work out, even if we don't know how or when. This can help us to stay motivated and positive even in difficult times. That is why faith is the key ingredient to living your dream. Going after your dream is a journey. To stay on the journey to your dream, subscribe or follow to my channel or page. So we'll see you in the next video of my Find a Tree Dream Academy series.